Hey y'all, we're back, part 2 of Christine's book, journal book, we'll call it. So far she has now taken it, finished gluing all the pieces together, and she took the papers that she had folded in half of the copy paper and has now stitched it into a craft paper folder, whatever you want to call that, cover I guess is the better word, and then stitched it to the book, the spine of the book, so that as she closes the book together, it'll make a three-way, like a front cover, a back cover, and then when you close it all the way, it'll flip from the back to the front as the closure. And we've been going over some different items to use for that, and we've got a few things picked out. Also, she's been doing the embellishment part, and we've picked out a lot of laces and things that she can choose, and she is coming up with some really cool ideas, and that's where we're going to start the video right now, is with the embellishing of the booklet, journal, whatever. I don't know what to call it yet.
So I've been playing a lot with Mom's laces, and she has these really pretty pink laces, and I'm not a fan of pink, but I like a little touch of pink. And she's been dyeing them herself with avocado peel, so I've been just kind of playing with it. I really like this one, but I felt like it blended in too much with the background, and I wanted something that popped more. So I found a little bit of a brighter pink here.
And that one was probably dyed with RIT dye and not avocado. That would be my guess.
And she's been teaching me how to build up a flower, so there's a statement piece in the front. So I've just been kind of layering a few pieces here of the lace. And just playing with the nudes, because I already have my pop of color. And this button here is just going to be for decoration. And we're going to use this elastic cord.
Whichever color you want.
I'm going to glue the elastic cord underneath the flower so it kind of comes and pops out, and it can go ahead and grab this button that I'm going to sew to the outer edge here. So, can I just start gluing?
We got that, yeah. And then what were you going to do on those corners?
And on the corners, I'm going to use more of a contrast white lace. And I don't want it to be perfectly straight, so I'm going to put it on an angle. I did like some of her thicker lace, but I felt like there was too much going on, so I wanted to pick more of a thin spider-like lace instead.
And it's the exact, I don't know if you noticed it, same thing as that. It's just that dyed.
That's nice. I didn't notice that. So just cut about 6 inches or less.
We're going to need to go under here and take it to here, right? Go ahead and see. You want it to stretch just a little bit too, so that you'll be able to get it around the button. And then leave enough of a tail to glue down really good underneath that.
So about that.
Where do you want the button?
About here.
Yeah, just make sure we have a little bit of stretch before it reaches the button, so it'll hold it down. We can always cut off excess, so cut it longer than what you think you really are going to need, and we can work with it from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to start gluing my pieces down. Right.
Why don't you take the elastic, I guess since you're wanting it underneath that flower.
I wanted it to come under here. I want it to go over here and under.
So you want it like right in here? Like that? Okay. Then yes, go ahead and do the bottom piece first if you're going to do the second.
Just on the thicker areas, I'm going to put glue under the thicker areas here.
Hold on real quick. I want to make sure we've got the right side up. This is the next thing about gluing stuff down. It's just double checking the front and back. And I think you've got it right. If I can't tell, I think you've got it right.
Okay.
You might actually want to put the glue on the lace.
On the lace.
And that way you won't burn yourself. Mhm. Actually, that's what the spatulas are good for, too. This is the part I was telling you why we use these silicone spatulas. She was like, well, why are you so excited about a spatula? It's like, well, let me show you.
I was trying to bake cookies and she was stealing all of the spatulas.
Yeah, Betty was downstairs with my glue gun. But then I had found that blue one yesterday, day before.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember now, but so I thought, oh, is this what you're looking for? You might want to wash it. It has glue on it. No, I think I got you a new one upstairs.
Okay, I think this should do for this ball. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And on the elastic piece, I'm wondering if maybe you might want to knot it down here and then glue where the knot is.
That's a good idea.
And give it a little bit something more to stay on. That glue to stay on.
I probably want it to come right here glued so that it stretches, right? I'm not putting it under the button, I'm putting it next to the button.
I would make it so that it stretches even a little bit further, actually.
A little further?
Mm-hmm. Because you do want it to actually hold that down.
So there?
Mm-hmm. That's where I would do it, probably. And there's more elastic. If we messed up, we can always redo this.
Mm-hmm.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, you could put a blob down on the piece. And we can lay it in there. Don't get burnt, though. Yeah. And then hang on to it while it's... You can even put more on top if you want to, so it'll all adhere.
Oh,
And remember how I showed you here on the mat how you hold that down? You may want to do that on, there you go, and hold it until it dries. Cools, whatever the word is. And that way you'll get a real good adherence. Wait until it's all dry.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It does take a little while if you do thick.
Okay.
Do something thick. I really love the way this is turning out. We've got the guys upstairs. They're cooking dinner in the oven. Put the lasagna pan in the oven. That's all they had to do.
Good.
Yeah, I think so.
That's pretty nifty.
Now, if you want to adhere those tails down a little bit after you get your next piece on, you can still do that. Actually,
Well,
it'll
hold on.
adhere once you put those on, I guess.
I actually kind of like the...
You like the tails?
I kind of like the tail sticking out.
Okay. However you want it to be.
Yeah, I think I like it like that.
I think I've made a believer out of her. She's been in the lace stacks and is like, ooh.
There's too many to look at.
I don't think so. And if y'all are watching this after I have done the leather journals and you're like, when is she going to go back to the lace? I'll be doing that again soon. So don't worry, I haven't given up on the lace. But it's getting toward the end of the year and I know I have to get this calendar going again, which has already been a big help. I find I'm getting more done now that I've listed all of the things I need to do. And I used to fret a lot about whether I needed to, get a bill looked at and paid, or if it got paid, and, on the auto draft stuff. I try to get everything set to auto draft.
I think I moved too quickly with the...
And so you have glue strands, our infamous glue strings. They're everywhere. We can't get rid of them, it seems. You can pull them off. Forever, you'll be pulling them off.
Alright, last is the button.
Good job.
Okay.
Okay. What part you want to do next?
I guess I gotta cut.
Yep, snip, snip. Here's a shorter scissors that are easier, I find, for snipping.
I'm just gonna place these and see where I want them.
There's plenty of those. You can use all you want of the whole pieces over there. Chop them all up. That's what they're for. It's just curtains.
Kind of like that. Little bit. Should I put something under? Is that too bare?
You're asking... My son came down in my room and he said it looked like Martha Stewart threw up down here. And so when he shows my room to anybody at work or whatever, he says, Martha Stewart threw up in here. And just now when he was down here, he said the same thing. Now, I'm the foo-foo girl. I like the pinks and I like the layers. And those books I've made with all the all over it. So my answer is yes, you need more. This is your book, though, and you're going to need to make it the way you love it. So don't ask me my opinion if you really don't want to hear it. Yeah, add as much as you want or as little as you want, because it's going to be right for you, which is what matters.
Okay.
And it's not like I'm going to notice the little tiny pieces you've taken either, or gone, or missing, or whatever. There's way too much to choose from in this room.
Alright. I keep forgetting to use that spatula, so I keep burning my finger.
Ow. Double check you're on the right side with that piece
Oh,
up at
with
the top.
No.
Part of it's prettier than the other. One side's prettier.
Okay.
This is a pretty cool idea, Christine. I'm liking it.
Thanks. Mom's teaching me all these cool tricks. I already got my hand stuck in the sewing machine a few minutes ago.
Not the needle part. No, not the needle.
That was not fun, but she's teaching me how to use the sewing machine and the hot glue gun. I like that this pokes out a little bit. Okay. Okay. I don't know what I want over here. I kind of like that too.
You can layer a few pieces together like you did the flower part and see if you like that look or not. Sometimes if you do some layers, especially if you use some different colors like you did here, this was great. You did a super job with that color-wise. Remember we were talking about, how certain pieces are about the same color as the background and they just kind of blend in so it doesn't look like there's anything there.
Yeah.
So you might consider lighter, darker, as you work with it.
I kind of like that too. I'm taking too long.
we like to see it. We like to see everything. And your thought processes through it too, because you have ways of thinking that I have found are things I don't think of, and I need to hear that. I like to hear that. Why you pick what you pick, and I like that.
Try to not burn my finger on this one. And I still did it.
You still
I
did it.
still did it. About 10 more seconds.
You didn't use just a whole lot of glue on that.
That's all fine.
Yeah, that'll be alright. See if there's a front or back to that. Sometimes they're shiny on one side and not the other. Sometimes it's a better looking.
This looks more like the back.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I think that's pretty much it for the front cover, but I'm going to do some lace on the flap to go behind the button.
That's cute.
Yep.
I like that choice too. That one does have a front and back.
Okay.
You might want to open the book up and turn it.
Oh, good idea.
It'll be a little easier to work with. Is it because you're from New Jersey that you go "Whoop," like my friend Michelle? I noticed that you make a few similar sounds when to my friend Michelle Pipeling, who has her channel on YouTube that I watch all the time. So that just made me smile because I know you're from New Jersey like she is. So it's like that must be a girl thing up there.
I don't know if it's a Jersey thing. I haven't noticed anything. People say I don't have a Jersey accent. I don't really do anything that they think is Jersey. So when people think Jersey, they think Jersey Shore, but that's not what Jersey is about. Not where I'm from.
You've been in Texas too long.
Yes.
You've got a little bit of an accent.
Really?
I guess you probably do. I can't hear it though, because I talk that way too.
Yeah, I'll be pulling those strings.
You can pull all that loose if you want. Make sure you've got the right side of the lace, because one is really good and one is not. And I have to take my glasses off to tell. That's the back and that's the front.
Like it's growling.
Yeah, I think after we do this little video, we'll run up and eat real quick, and then we'll come down and finish the book on the third video. How about that?
Okay. I'll learn eventually to use this spatula.
When you burn yourself enough, you'll just get used to it.
Mhm. And I'm going to sew that button on.
We'll probably need to hand sew it just to make sure it's good and attached. If you're going to use it as the closure, I would not try to glue it, actually. And if you find that the glue underneath the elastic closure is not holding very good, you might come up through there and give it some stitches across that too.
Okay.
Just chunk that to the side.
Alright, so we got that piece. I don't really know. I wasn't prepared for the back. I didn't do it. Now I'm fumbling.
No, you gotta try. Try different things. That's cute. The darker and then the pink. I like that you're using different color here and there. That gives it interest.
I like. It's just a teensy bit too much for my taste. Kind of like that.
Mm-hmm. There's a front and back to those two.
Keep forgetting the
Pretty
look for the
obvious.
front.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I just keep looking at this lace. I really love this lace. I don't know how to use it.
You'll have to take some of that home
It's pretty.
to work on your next journal.
This lace right here, this patch, I feel bad gluing down because it's so pretty.
Oh, don't feel bad. I hear the oven going off, so we'll probably need to stop soon.
Alright, well,
It'll
I think
work pretty
we're
good.
done with the outside.
I think you did the outside. Okay, so we'll finish off the inside and the closure then on the next video. And we're going to go eat real quick. I hope y'all are enjoying watching Christine put this together. Once you close it, let's see what it looks like so far. I like it. What do you think?
I like it.
Cool. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Alright.
Alrighty, we'll be back in a little bit. Thanks for watching.